Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code VIKAS10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. So students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the first week of the May month. The session will be quite interesting and important, so stay tuned with us till the end. Students, we upload the daily current affairs video at 5 a.m. in the morning. These videos are quite helpful for your preparation. So let's start. First question is, identify the municipal corporation that recently raised 150 crore rupees through India's first certified green municipal bond under Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. So which is that municipal corporation? It is of Ghaziabad Nagar Nigam, right? It is of UP, correct? And they have raised 150 crore rupees through the first certified green municipal bond, right? As it is a bond, it will have a coupon rate of 8.1%. correct, and they will be listed on Bombay Stock Exchange. What this bond will be utilized, or this money will be utilized, is for the development of sewage treatment plant. And where this sewage treatment plant will be developed? Indirapuram, Ghaziabad. Next, name the state that recently became the first in India to implement an artificial intelligence based real-time forecast alert system to monitor forest encroachments and tree falling. It is Madhya Pradesh. Right, this is the state that became the first state in India to implement this AI based real-time forest alert system. Next, according to International Monetary Fund's April 2025 World Economic Outlook, USA retained the position as the largest economy in the world with a GDP of $30.51 trillion. What is India's rank in the world with a GDP of $4.39 trillion? So where does India stand? India stands at 4th position here, right? And it is expected that India will be surpassing Germany soon to become the 3rd largest economy in the world by 2028. Next, Kamala Sushila Prasad Biswar was elected as the 9th Prime Minister of Dash for a period of 5 years. So, elected as the 9th Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago for a period of 5 years. And she will be succeeding Stuart Richard Young. Stuart Richard Young. Next is identify the person who won the Canada's federal election against Pierre Poilievre, leader of the Conservative Party. So, Mark Carney has recently won the Canada's federal election against Pierre Poilievre, the leader of the Conservation Party, right? And Mark Carney has been sworn in as the first unelected Prime Minister of Canada. Next, the RBI formed an interim committee of executives to oversee the operations of IndusInd Bank following the resignation of the bank's managing director and chief executive officer Sumant Katpalia. So, a committee has been formed. Question asked here is this newly formed leadership committee will include whom as the currently head of the consumer banking at Indus Bank and Dash as the chief administrative officer of IndusInd Bank. So, Sumitra Sen will be the head of the consumer banking at IndusInd Bank and Anil Rao will be the chief administrative officer at IndusInd Bank. So right option here is option 4th. Moving on, identify the state in India that recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to enhance inclusive agriculture and improve productivity in the dairies and fisheries sector. It is Odisha state. Take a note of this. Moving on, mention the state that recently introduced India's first dedicated policy in the maritime manufacturing sector with the shipbuilding, ship repair, and ship recycling policy of 2025. So, which is that state? It is Maharashtra. An investment of 60 or 6,600 crore is expected by 2030, targeting by of generating 40,000 jobs by then, right? And by 2047 this investment is expected to rise to almost three times, that is 18,000 and crore, and this will be generating a 3.3 lakh job opportunities in the maritime sector. Next, the Survey of India updated India's official coastline length to 11,098 km. Mention the organization that led the multi-year scientific review in coordination with Survey of India. It is National Hydrographic Organization. This revision it follows a multi-year scientific review led by Dehradun Uttarakhand based National Hydrographic Organization in coordination with SY, and according to the estimate it is Gujarat that has the longest coastline, and recently the length of this coastline has also been increased. Can you tell me what is the new length in kilometers of the Gujarat coastline or the coastline of India, right? As a whole it has been changed right now. Next, Ministry of Home Affairs constituted a high-level committee to oversee the National Disaster Preparedness and Response Mechanism under Disaster Management Act of 2005, who was appointed as the chairman of this committee. So, Amit Shah, our Home Minister, was appointed as the chairperson of this committee. Next is in April, the world's first dash named Babuji Vanam was inaugurated by Telangana Governor Jishnu Dev Verma at Kahana Shanti Vanam in Hyderabad as a part of 125th birth anniversary celebration of Pujya Babuji Maharaj. So, in April, the world's first energy transmission garden named Babuji Vanam was inaugurated by Telangana Governor Jishnu Dev Verma at Kahana Shanti Vanam in Hyderabad. This garden will have 40 species of medicinal trees, neem, red sandalwood, tulsi, tropical almond, and many more. Next, identify the medical condition for which India conducted the first human gene therapy trial in April through a collaboration between Biotechnology Research and Innovation Council's Institute for Cell Science and Regenerative Medicine, that is BRICS, in STEM, that is in Bengaluru, and Christian Medical College, that is in Vellore. So, which is that medical condition for which India conducted the first human gene therapy? It is hemophilia, right? This hemophilia, basically this is a blood disorder in which blood does not clot normally, causing the abnormal bleeding, and it continues to flow for a long time. Next, in April, Forbes India in collaboration with France-based L'Oréal Paris unveiled its annual W Power 2025 list honoring 20 exceptional self-made women who have demonstrated leadership, innovation, and resilience across various sectors, including business, finance, sports, entertainment, and public service. Question asked here is identify the person which is not included in this list. So, among the following, if we see, Arundhati Bhattacharya is not included in this list here, right? Dr. Geeta Gopinath, she is the first Deputy Managing Director of IMD. Then Lina Nair, if we talk about her, right, Global CEO of France-based Chanel Incorporation. Next, mention the organization that launched Aim for Nature initiative, that is accelerating innovative monitoring for nature restoration. This is Aim for Nature. So mention that organization that launched this Aim for initiative. It was launched by Food and Agriculture Organization of UN. UN's arm, Food and Agriculture Organization, launched this. And initial pilot projects here will begin in Brazil and Peru. Next is in April, the Government of India reconstituted the National Security Advisory Board, who was appointed as the new chairman of this NSAB. So Alok Joshi was appointed as the new chairman of NSAB. Right, this revamped 7 members NSAB comprises of various retired officials from Indian military, police, and diplomat services. Next, name the exercise that was jointly conducted by Indian Army and CAPF in April to strengthen multi-agency coordination and operational readiness across sensitive border regions. The exercise here is Sanyukt Abhyas. Right? It was led by Tri-Shakti Corps of the Indian Army. Next, on 1st of May, Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired the 46th Pragati, a multi-modal ICT-based platform enabling coordinated governance between the center and the state. What is Pragati? Proactive governance and timely implementation. Right? This is your Pragati. And also Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reviewed 8 major infrastructure projects worth 90,000 crore rupees. Right? And Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. This is a central sector sponsored scheme that is for providing the maternity benefits to the females. Next, mention the country that recently signed an MOU with India to renew and strengthen long-term cooperation in the energy sector that is aimed to support clean energy transition. It is Denmark. Right? Next, name the advanced light helicopter model developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited that was cleared for operations in May by Indian Army and Indian Air Force. It is Advanced Light Helicopter Dhruva. Next, India's export of goods and service reached an all-time high of $824.9 billion in FY25 as per the data on services trade for March 2025 released by RBI in May 2025. Next, identify the Indian badminton Olympian who were conferred with the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratan Award, that is India's highest sporting honor, in May by Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Dr. Mansukh Manviya. So identify that Indian badminton Olympian who was honored here. So Satvik Raj Ranik Reddy and Chirag Sethi were honored here with this award. Next, the Indo-Tibetan Border Police climbed the Himalayan peak at Mount Makalu on 19th of April, becoming the first CAPF to reach its summit. Question asked is, in which country Mount Makalu is located? It is located in Nepal. Next is, identify the India's first genome edited rice varieties that were revealed by Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Delhi recently. So the varieties are DRR Dhan 100, also known as Kamla, and Pusa DST Rice 1. These are the 2 rice varieties that were recently genome edited rice varieties that were revealed. Next, recently in May, which of the following state is set to become a key participant in India's first interstate cheetah conservation corridor, collaborating with Madhya Pradesh to establish 17,000 square kilometer wildlife corridor. Right? So, which of the following state became a key participant in India's first interstate cheetah conservation corridor? Which is it? Which of the following? It is Rajasthan. Next, according to 2025 Special 301 report released by Union States Trade Representative, India was placed on priority watch list due to their insufficient protection of IP, right, intellectual property rights. Next, identify the payment service provider that recently launched India's first model context protocol server for a payment gateway in April, enabling businesses to integrate AI-driven systems. It is Razorpay. Next, mention the state of India in which Tata Consultancy Service Limited, in partnership with International Business Machine Corporation, is going to set up India's largest quantum computer at the upcoming Quantum Valley Tech Park. It is in Andhra Pradesh. Next, who has been re-elected as the Prime Minister of Australia, becoming the first Australian Prime Minister to win second consecutive 3-year term in 2 decades? Right option is Anthony Norman Albanese. Take a note of this. Option 3 is right here. Next, Salem Salah bin Barak was appointed as the new Prime Minister of Yemen. He was appointed as the new Prime Minister of Yemen, replacing whom? Ahmad Awad bin Mubarak. Next, in May, who resigned as the acting president and prime minister of the Republic of Korea to pursue candidacy in the upcoming presidential elections. So, Han Duck-soo resigned as the acting president and prime minister of Republic of Korea. Next, DRDO, they successfully conducted the maiden flight test of what? Of stratospheric airship platform, right? This was in from a site in Madhya Pradesh. This will boost India's intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities. Next is, which country launched the world's largest electric powered ship named Hull 096 in May 2025? This was launched by Australia, and this can carry 2100 passengers and 225 vehicles across the rivers for transport. Next, identify the company that launched the new series of AI reasoning model, including 5-4 mini reasoning and 5-4 reasoning and 5-4 reasoning plus on 2nd of May 2025. All these were launched by Microsoft. And if you remember, recently Microsoft has laid off 3% of their global workforce, totaling to almost 6,000 layoffs. Next, as per provisional data released by the Ministry of Mines, what was India's iron ore production in FY25? So, India's iron ore production stood at 289 million metric ton. Next, Indian Army received Igla S missiles, a type of a Russian-made very short-range man-portable air defense system used to shoot down the low-flying target drones, helicopters, etc. These missiles have been procured with a part of a 260 crore rupees contract signed by the Government of India. Next, identify the company that recently partnered with the Government of Andhra Pradesh to create Creatorland, that is India's first transmedia entertainment city in Amravati, Andhra Pradesh. It is Creative Land Asia. Next, in May, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Vishnu Deo Sai, laid the foundation stone for Data Center Park, that is India's first AI-based infrastructure project in Sector 22 of Nava Raipur of Chhattisgarh. Next, in May, which Indian naval ship participated in the inaugural humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercise scheduled from 4th to 10th of May? So, which is that INS? It is INS Sharda. Next, identify the country that in May 2025 announced their withdrawal from UNESCO after its La Pressa newspaper was announced the winner of the 2025 UNESCO Gulmero Cano World Press Freedom Prize. So, which country has decided to exit UNESCO? It is Nicaragua. Next, identify the F1 driver who has won the F1 Miami Grand Prix held in Florida, USA. So, Oscar Piastri has won the F1 Miami Grand Prix. He is from Australia, right? And he drives for McLaren. Next, identify the digital facility that was inaugurated at Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport by Mumbai International Airport to boost the operational efficiency. It is Airports Operation Control Center. Next, in May, Union Minister for Ministry of Civil Aviation, Kinjarappu Ram Mohan Naidu, granted in principle approvals for setting up the greenfield airports where in Kota and Puri. Correct. Next is in May, National Mission for Clean Ganga, it approved a project to protect and manage dash wetlands during the 62nd Executive Committee meeting. So, it is to protect and manage the Nathmalpur Bhagad wetland, right, during their 62nd Executive Committee meeting. Next, and where is this wetland? It is in Bihar. Next, under the cashless treatment of road accident victim scheme notified by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, what is the maximum amount entitled for cash treatment per accident per person? So, for cashless treatment, the limit stands at 1.5 lakh rupees per person per accident. Next, as per the UNDP United Nations Development Program report titled Human Development Report, a matter of choice, people and possibilities in the age of artificial intelligence, India's rank in the 2023 Human Development Index is dash. So it is 130. India stands at 130 position in the Human Development Index. Which is the one that secured the first position here? It is Iceland. Iceland secured the first position. Second, Norway. Third, Switzerland. Fourth, Denmark. Fifth, Germany, and our country, India, on 130th position. Next, what is the maximum investment threshold or ticket size mandated by SEBI for issuance of SDI, securitized debt instruments, right? SDIs for RBI regulated originators and regulated entities. So what is the minimum investment threshold or ticket size here? It stands at 1 crore rupees, right? And it is now mandated to have at least 3 years of operating experience for the originators here. Next, identify the person who was conferred with the International Buddha Peace Prize 2025 during a grad ceremony organized by the Maitri Peace Foundation in Guwahati, Assam. So who was honored with this International Buddha Peace Award? Dr. Mustafa Yusufali Gom was awarded here. Right, this was for his exceptional social activism and leadership in building, repairs, and restoration industry. Next, in May, Dash, a conservative party leader and a lawyer, was elected as the 10th Chancellor of the Germany after securing majority support in the second round of voting. So, Friedrich Merz has been appointed as the 10th Chancellor of Germany. Next, in May, indigenously developed parachutes for India first uncrewed Gaganyaan 1 mission were dispatched from Agra, UP. Which of the following developed these parachutes? These parachutes were developed by Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment. Next, which organization invested $100 million for a 10% stake in Renew Photovoltaics Limited in May, marking it the first investment in solar manufacturing in India? It is British International Investment. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. Now let's revise some one-liner, students. National affairs will start with. Kishan Reddy has inaugurated the 175th Foundation Day celebration of GSI at Kolkata, West Bengal. Where is the headquarter of this GSI? It is in Kolkata, West Bengal. Then JP Nadda ji inaugurated the 9th National Health Museum Summit in Puri, Odisha. Then government has allowed Aadhaar face authentication in private application to ease the access. This will benefit the KYC. Then EPFO, Employees Provident Fund Organization, has retained the interest rate on Provident Fund deposit at 8.25%. Then Jahan-e-Khusrau Festival has celebrated its 25th year. Then Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi honored with the World WWI Indian soldiers at the, that is World War I Indian soldiers at Neuve Chapel Memorial in France. Then Mizoram launched the World Women Entrepreneurship Platform WEP first in the northeastern region. Then Maharashtra government collaborated with Meta, that was earlier known as Facebook, to launch a WhatsApp-based citizen services. Then Amit Shah has inaugurated a workshop on sustainable dairy sector in New Delhi. Next, government has granted Navratna status to IRCTC and IRFC. Important, students, take a note of it. Then 15th Finance Commission releases the grant worth 699 crore rupees for rural local bodies of West Bengal. Next, India and Nepal signed an MOU that will strengthen the cooperation in water, sanitation and hygiene sector, that is your WASH sector. Then PM Modi inaugurated Vantara in Jamnagar and during this his visit he fed lions and giraffes also. Right, this Vantara is in initiative of the son of Mukesh Ambani. Then what is the name of his son? Anant Ambani. Then India's river dolphin population stands at 6,327 as per the survey. Then Uttarakhand's cabinet has approved the implementation of UPS Unified Pension Scheme. Then Ambuja Cement gets the CCI approval for 72.8% stake in Orient Cement. Cabinet has approved the development of roofway project from Sonprayag to Kedarnath in Uttarakhand. Cabinet nod, that is approval to livestock disease control program with 3,880 crore rupees outlay. CCI has approved Shell's 100% acquisition of Raj Petro Speciality. Then next is banking and finance. SIDBI has signed an MOU with Tata Capital Limited to strengthen the financing avenues for MSMEs. RBI to impose penalty on HSBC, IIFL Samasta Finance for violating the norms. Then SEBI has introduced Bond Central to boost transparency in India's corporate bond market. And India has retained the fastest growing economy tag with 6.2% GDP growth in the third quarter of FY25. Then TCS has extended the partnership with Norway's DNB Bank ASA for next 5 years. Then India's core sectors output grew by 4.6% in the month of January. GST collection jumps 9.1% in Feb to 1.84 lakh crore rupees. Next is World Bank. According to them, India needs 7.8% growth to become Viksit Bharat by 2047. UPI posts 5% dip in volume to 16.11 billion and 7% dip in the value in Feb month. Next is CUB CSK co-branded credit card launched with sports and lifestyle perks. Can you tell me who launched this bank? There is a hint in the name itself. Name that bank along with which IPL team this bank was launched. Then SEBI has permitted all NBFCs and HFCs to invest in security receipts by the asset reconstruction companies. Next, appointments and resignation. SBI Life has appointed D. Dapatri, that is Dora Babu Dapatri, as the Deputy Chief Executive Officer. Then Manan Kumar Mishra re-elected as the Chairman of Bar Council of India. Economic Affairs Secretary Ajay Seth gets additional charge of Revenue Department. Then Levi's rope in Jiljit Singh as their brand ambassador, very famous singer. Then Christian Stocker became Austrian Chancellor as three-party government sworn in. Then Dr. Mayank Sharma has taken oath as the Controller General of Defence Account. Then RBL Bank has appointed Agarwal as the President of Branch Banking and TS Pari as the Chief Operating Officer. Then MRF has appointed Shubman Gill as their brand ambassador. RBI has appointed Ajit Ratnakar Joshi as the Executive Director and Ajay Bhadu appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of the Government e-Marketplace, that is your GEM. Name the mobile application launched by Bank of Baroda in March for corporate customers using Baroda Cash Management Service. It is Baroda M DigiNext. This app will transform how businesses manage their working capital and cash flows, bringing in greater efficiencies. Next, the renowned poet and novelist Vinod Kumar Shukla was selected for the 59th Gyanpit Award in March for his remarkable contribution to which kind of literature? To Hindi literature. With this award, he became the first writer from Chhattisgarh and 12th Hindi author to receive this honor. And he was honored with Sahitya Academy Award in 1999 also. Next, name the second frigate of Project 1135.6, that is Yard 1259, launched by Goa Shipyard Limited in March, aimed at strengthening the Indian Navy's presence and dominance in the Indian Ocean region. It is Tavasya. Next, Oscar Jack PS3 has won the first Chinese Grand Prix at the Shanghai International Circuit in March. Which brand was he driving for? He was driving for McLaren. Right, Oscar Piastri of Australia first position, Lando Norris of McLaren second position, and George Russell of UK drives for Mercedes on the third position. Next, UN World Water Day is observed annually across globe on 22nd of March. Identify the theme of World Water Day 2025. Theme being glacier preservation. Next, Subramaniam Sharma was appointed as the Deputy Managing Director and President of L&T. Next, mention the state in India that recently became the first to introduce sign languages in its legislative assembly for inclusivity of the persons with disability. It is Punjab state. Next, as per the updated classification of MSME by Ministry of MSME in March, pick out the correct statement. If we look at the option, all these three are rightly mentioned. Next, who has been conferred with the Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award 2025 by the Music Academy of Madras for exceptional contribution to Carnatic music. So, who has been conferred here? R.K. Sri Ramkumar. Next, name the financial institution that re-elected the former Brazilian president Dilma Rousseff as the president for a term extending until 2030. So, it is your New Development Bank NDB, and here remember former Brazilian president Dilma Rousseff as the president. She has served as the 36th president of Brazil from 2011. Next, which country has won the second edition of the both men's and women's Kabaddi World Cup held in UK? So it is our country India that has won both men edition as well as the women edition of the Kabaddi World Cup. Next, World Meteorological Day is observed every year on 23rd of March to highlight the importance of weather and climate. If we look at the options, question asked here is that according to World Meteorological Organization's Global State of Global Climate 24, which year was recorded as the hottest in the 175-year observational record? It was the year 2024. Next, mention the state that received the Best National Performance Award in NAAT, that is Nucleic Acid Amplification Test, during a 100-day TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan campaign on the occasion of the World TB Day on 24th of March. So when do we observe World TB Day? It is 24th of March. And mention the state that received the Best National Performance Awards in NAAT. It is Telangana. Next, India's men's basketball team qualified for the FIFA Asia Cup 2025, defeating which team? So they defeated which team? They defeated Bahrain in the finals. Next, who was appointed as the acting president of South Korea in March 2025 following the suspension and impeachment of President Yoon Suk Yeol? So Han Duck-so has been appointed as the acting president of South Korea. Next, in March, DPIIT announced that from dash all hinges must have the BIS marks to ensure quality and prevent the import of low quality products. It is from 1st of July 2025, all the hinges, they must have the BIS standard in order to get sold in the Indian market. Next, mention the financial institution that signed a $150 million loan agreement with Shriram Finance Limited in March to enhance financial access for MSMEs in India. It is ADB, Asian Development Bank. Next, identify the beach that recently regained their blue flag certification after addressing the compliance issue related to parking, security and stray dogs. It is Rushikonda Beach. Next, which organization launched Bheem 3.0, an upgraded version of the Bharat Interface for Money Bheem app in Mumbai, Maharashtra on 27th of March. So, which organization launched this Bheem 3.0? It was launched by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. Next, what is the target year for India's electronic production to reach $300 billion under Make in India initiative launched by Government of India in 2014 to enhance industrial capabilities, foster innovation and develop world-class infrastructure? It is the year 2026. Next, Government of India has decided to discontinue the medium-term and long-term government deposit components of the gold monetization scheme from 26th of March. What is the tenure of this long-term gold deposit scheme under GMS? So what is the tenure here? 12 to 15 years. Next, which ministry signed a 3-year statement of intent with UNICEF Yuva program in March to enhance the livelihood opportunities for the rural women and youth in India through skill development, entrepreneurship training, job linkages and also providing with the job opportunities? So which ministry has signed this 3-year statement of intent? It was by the Ministry of Rural Development. Next, identify the company with which Ministry of Defence signed a contract in March for the procurement of high mobility vehicles 6x6 gun towing vehicles for the Indian Army. It is Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Next, identify the public sector bank that partnered with New India Assurance Company Limited in March to offer general insurance products. It is Bank of India. Moving on, which ministry conferred the National Intellectual Property Awards 24 in Delhi on 26th of March, recognizing outstanding contributions to IP creation and commercialization? Which ministry is it? It is Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Next, who was appointed as a full-time member of the Economic Advisory Council to Prime Minister, succeeding Vivek Debroy? So Sanjay Kumar Mishra, right, appointed as a full-time member of the Economic Advisory Council to Prime Minister, and he will be succeeding Vivek Debroy. Next is identify the aerospace company that received the first 99 F404 engines from General Electric Company in March for the Tejas Light Combat Aircraft Mark 1A fighter jet program. So identify that company. It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next, name the 10th ammunition cum torpedo cum missile barge launched by Indian Navy in March at MS Suryadipta Projects Private Limited in Maharashtra to enhance the naval ammunition and missile. Correct? So it is what? It is LSAM 24, Large Scale Additive Manufacturing 24. Next is identify the company that secured a contract from the Ministry of Defence in March to provide a NAG missile system tracked version as a part of two major deals worth 2500 crore rupees. Right? Question is, Identify that company. It is Armored Vehicles Nigam Limited. Next, mention the organization that partnered with Bhaskaracharya National Institute of Space Application and Geoinformatics under the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology in March to modernize auditing process under using the advanced technologies. It is Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Next, in March, the 19th edition of Singapore Maritime Week was held at the Suntex Singapore Convention and Exhibition Center. India and Singapore, they signed a letter of intent to collaborate on what? They were collaborating on green and digital shipping corridor so that maritime sustainability and digitization can be focused upon. Next is China Development Institute and Zerian Partners in London. They have released the 37th edition of the Global Financial Centers Index, in which the GIFT City of India, they ranked top in the reputational advantage category. Question asked is, what is the overall ranking? So in reputational advantage, they secured the first position. But if we talk about the overall ranking, the GIFT City was at the 46th position. Next, which country recently became the 11th member of the New Development Bank to enhance their access to funding for infrastructure projects and national development programs? It is Indonesia. Next, name the organization that released the first green status assessment for the lion, that is Panthera leo is the scientific name of the lion, correct? And this is describing that the species largely depleted while retaining their status as vulnerable on the red list of IUCN. Right, so which is that organization? They have released the first green status assessment for lion. It is International Union for Conservation of Nature that releases this red list. Next, in March, IREDA, they have signed a facility agreement worth how much amount? It is worth 26 billion Japanese yen with the State Bank of India to raise external commercial borrowing, right? That is to take loan from the entities outside. Next, identify the organization that signed 6 official development assistance loan agreements with the Government of India in March, totaling 91,736 million Japanese yen to support projects including seawater desalination plant, biodiversity conservation and expansion of the Delhi Metro network. It is JICA, Japan International Corporation Agency. Next, in March, Rana Das Gupta received 2025 Wyndham Campbell Prize in the non-fiction category from Yale University for book titled Jest. So the title of the book is Capital, a Portrait of 21st Century Delhi. Next, who was appointed as the 5th full-time member of the Niti Aayog by Government of India in March 2025? Rajiv Gauba. Next, name the maiden satellite that was launched by Hex 20 India in March 25 using SpaceX Transporter 3 mission to provide dedicated rideshare opportunities for small satellites. It is Neela. Neela is the name of a river in Kerala based on which this was ranked. And this Hex 20, this is a Trivandrum, Kerala based small satellite manufacturing startup. Next, which state topped the medal tally with 104 medals in the second edition of Khelo India Para Games event held in New Delhi? So it is Haryana that has secured the top position in the medal tally with 104 medals. Tamil Nadu was on the second position. Next, which state in India is to become the second state after Uttarakhand to implement UCC, Uniform Civil Code, aiming to ensure equal justice for all citizens, announced by Law Minister Rishikesh Patel? So it is Gujarat state. Next, in recent data released by Tea Board of India in March, India emerged as the second largest tea exporter, surpassing Sri Lanka and recording an export volume of 254 million kilograms. Which country ranked the first as the world's largest tea exporter 2024? It is Kenya that secured the top position. Next, the Ministry of Defence, they signed 2 contracts worth 62,700 crore rupees in March with which organization for supplying 156 light combat helicopters? Prachand. Which is it? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next, in March, 14th edition of the bilateral exercise Indra commenced off in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and it was held between India and which country? It was held between India and Russia. Next, SEBI, they have issued new intraday position limit monitoring guidelines for stock exchanges and clearing corporation that will be coming into effect from when? They will be coming into effect from 1st of April 2026. Right, I correct, not 2026, 1st of April 2025. Next, who was elected as the chairman of Indian Banks Association for FY26 during 77th annual general meeting in Mumbai in March 2025? It is CS Sethi, right? The chairman of SBI, appointed as the chairman of IBA. Next, name the Indian sport icon appointed as the brand ambassador of SRMB Srijan Steel Private Limited in March 2025. So Rohit Sharma was appointed here as the brand ambassador. Next, Ambuja Chandana was appointed as the MD and head of consumer banking group at which bank? It was at the DBS Bank, India. Moving on, mention the Indian Army Brigade in partnership with DRDO Terminal Ballistic Research Laboratory involved the testing of the first person view drone with an anti-tank capabilities in March. So what is the company? It is Fleur de Lis Brigade, right? Take a note of it. Next, in March, ISRO successfully conducted the engine power head test article for 200T thrust liquid oxygen kerosene based in semi-cryogenic engine. Correct? This was tested. Next, name the theme under which the United Nations International Day of Zero Waste was observed on 30th of March for the first time. Mention the theme. It is towards zero waste in fashion and textile. Next, which defense public sector undertaking announced the amendment to the contract for the light combat aircraft Mark 1A final operation clearance variant in March 2025? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, that is HAL. Next is which ministry in partnership with the Indian Institute of Science Bengaluru and several IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Guwahati hosted the first Namo Electronics Roadshow in March in IISc Bangalore? It is MEITY, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. What position did India secure in the list of the top 10 powerful countries in the world released by Forbes with GDP of $4.27 trillion? So India was on the 12th position in this index. USA was on the first position, followed by China on the second spot and Russia on the third spot. Next, which country recorded the highest passenger load factor of 86.4 in 2024 as per the report released by IATA in January, that is International Air Transport Association. So which country recorded the highest passenger load factor? It is our India that recorded it. Second was China, second was USA and third was China. Next, in January, RBI released the Payment Systems Report December 24 analyzing the payment transactions trends over the past 5 years up to 2024. Find out the incorrect statement. If we look at the options, only option B is wrong, A is right, C is right. B is saying that UPI contribution to the digital payment volume increased to 90% in calendar year 2024. So did it increase to 90%? Right? No, it increased by 83% in the calendar year 24. Now all the options are right. Next is, according to United States Green Building Council recently released report, pick out the incorrect statement. If we look at the options, option C is wrong, A and B are right. C is saying Canada has topped the list with 1,860 LEED certified projects covering more than 25 million gross square meter. Is it correct? So it is China that has topped the main or this list, that is Chinese mainland, right, that has topped the list here with 1860 LEED certified projects. Next is pick out the incorrect statement regarding the 6th bi-monthly monetary policy for FY25. If we look at the options here, pick out the incorrect statement, right? So A is no, here among the following, it is A is wrong and C is wrong, right? So we have to find the incorrect one. Now B is right. A is saying that the policy repo rate under the liquid adjustment facility has been increased by 25 basis point to 6.75%. No, it has decreased by 25 basis point to 6.25%. That was earlier 6.5%. Now option A is right. C is saying that RBI has postponed the implementation of the proposed liquidity coverage ratio norms and project financing guidelines till March 2028. Is it correct? No, it is till 31st of March 2026. Now everything is right. Moving on, name the country that topped the 2024 Corruption Perception Index released by Transparency International, measuring public sector corruption in 180 countries. So name that country that topped the 2024 Corruption Perception Index. It was topped by Denmark, right? And our country was on the 96th spot.
Next, according to Bloomberg Limited Partnership, Asia's richest families 2025 index, which family topped with a net worth of $90.5 billion? It is Ambani family that has topped the list in the Asia's richest families index 2025. Next, what could be India total natural gas consumption by 2030 with targeted strategies and policy interventions according to International Energy Agency report India's gas market report outlook for 2030. So what could be India's total natural gas project consumption by 2030? It will be around 120 billion cubic meters. Next, which of the following state is not in the top 5 regarding the devolution index report, which stated about the status of devolution to panchayats in states and indicative evidence based ranking of 2024 released in Feb 2025 in Delhi? So it is Andhra Pradesh. Next, as per Morgan Stanley Capital International Incorporation's MSCI Equity Index of Feb 25 Index Review, Dash was added to the MSCI Emerging Market Index and MSCI India Domestic Index. So which company was added? It is Hyundai Motor India Limited. It was added to the MSCI Emerging Markets Index and MSCI India Domestic Index. Next, according to the Future Brand Index 24 released in Feb, which of the following is not among the top 5 spots? It is Disney's Jet is not among the top 5 spots, rest all are there. Next, pick out the correct statement regarding the India's import and export data released by Ministry of Commerce and Industry in Feb 25. If we look at the options here, all the 3 options are rightly mentioned. Next, what is India urban employment rate in current weekly status aged among persons above aged 15 years and above according to the 25th quarterly bulletin of the periodic labor force survey for October to December 2024 and 5. Right, it is 6.4%. This is the Indian urban unemployment rate in the current weekly status for the persons aged 15 years and above. Next, what is the GDP growth rate of India projected by ICRA Limited for October to December quarter, that is the third quarter of FY25? It is projected to be around 6.4%. Next, as per the 4th edition of the Burgundy Private Huron India 500 list released by Axis Banks Limited, Burgundy's Private and Huron India in Feb 25, which of the following companies are not in the top 5? Which among the following are not in top 5? Infosys and HDFC, they are not among the top 5, rest all are in the top 5. Reliance Industries Limited, then TCS, HDFC Bank, Bharti Airtel, ICICI Bank, these are the top 5. Next, pick out the incorrect statement according to the Times Higher Education latest World Reputation Ranking report released in Feb 2025. If we look at the options, option C is the incorrect one, right? This is our answer. Both A and B are right. C is saying that IIT Bombay secured a position in the 151 to 175 ranking range. Is it correct? So yes, it is IIT Bombay, right, which was featured. This time IIT has not been featured here, right? So no ranking of IIT. This ranking was of last year. Next, which of the following organization recently published the report titled Asia and the Pacific Sustainable Development Goal Progress Report, engaging communities to close the evidence gap of 25, focusing on tracking the progress of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals? It is United Nations Economic and Social Commission for the Asia Pacific region, and 169 targets will be targeted. Next, what is India's projected GDP growth rate for FY25 according to Moody's report titled Asia Pacific Outlook Chaos Ahead released in Feb 2025. So it is projected to be around 6.4%. Next, name the company that topped the ratings by Power Finance Corporation Limited for the third consecutive year in February 2025 for operational excellence during the regional meeting of power sector in India. It is Adani Electricity Mobility Limited. Take a note of this. Next, Bain and Company and National Association of Software and Service Companies, that is NASSCOM. So Bain and Company and NASSCOM, they jointly released the report Transforming India into a Tech-Driven Economy in Feb 2025. As per the report, by which year India is projected to become the high income nation with a GDP between 23 to 25 trillion dollar. It is by 2047. Next, mention the Indian airport that ranked 8th among the top 10 busiest airports globally as per the official airline guide report. That's the world's busiest airport in 25 released in Feb 2025. It is your Indira Gandhi International Airport of Delhi. Next, what was the total disbursement of the microfinance loans during the third quarter of FY25 as per the 52nd edition of the Micrometer for third quarter report released by Microfinance Institution Network India for Feb 2025. This will be around to 22,091 crore rupees.